The day after Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers outlined his state budget for the next 2 years, city and school leaders in Superior, who just took part in Superior Days at the state capitol, are hopeful their priorities are recognized. Northern News Now's Dominic Vitiello breaks them down for us.
For more than 25 years, Dr. Amy Starzecki, now leading the Superior District, has worked to advocate and bring the best possible resources to the schools she served here.
We need to continue to advocate for public schools. Good schools are the heart of a great community.
Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers now declaring this year the year of the kid, as school and city officials are worried education won't receive the critical funding necessary. So instead of growing, the goal is to try and maintain operations.
Without additional revenue coming at the state level, what's happening is that cost is now being incurred by our local property taxes. What we're asking is that the state budget does a better job of supporting K-12 public schools as opposed to relying on our local tax base.
Among the key district priorities brought to lawmakers is increased special education reimbursement to match private schools, which could result in over $2 million in savings in the general fund, and low revenue ceiling be increased, which increases district revenue, estimating more than $3 million to mitigate local taxes.
I am very worried that the state won't adequately fund the school district. That affects every single citizen in Superior and Douglas County. One, most importantly, students need the best possible education that we can give them.
According to Mayor Jim Paine, Evers' current budget is a good solution and is pleased to hear legislators are willing to work to find common ground. From school funding to city funding, he's hoping for the best.
I'm not going to stop making Superior a better place to live just because I have a challenging administration. I've had a challenging administration before. It did not stop our progress.
In Superior, Dominic Vitiello, Northern News Now.
And Paine says upwards of 100 community members attended Superior Days at the state capitol. Still to come.